Hi, I'm Madeline Quinlan, and today I'll be talking about the film Broken Flowers, directed by Jim Jarmusch, that we watched in class. So I chose this film because it's not like usual films where there's a direct answer to the problem of the story, but instead it's more up to the viewers to decide kind of what happened. So the film follows the story of Don Johnston, who's a middle-aged man who one day receives a letter from a previous lover. And in the letter, it says that he has a son looking for him at the moment. So Don shows this to his neighbor, Winston, and Winston gives him the idea of making a list of all his previous lovers that he's had in the last 20 years and to embark on this journey to go find them and go find out who the person that sent him the letter is. The beginning of the film, before the credits, we hear a sound of a typewriter, and then it goes to this shot of the letter being put in a mailbox by a mysterious person. However, the camera angle in the shot is interesting because it only shows from the elbows to the hands of the person putting in the letter, and also the person is clothed, so you can't tell the identity of the person, and this kind of sets up the whole movie, so that's why this camera angle is crucial. Like if they were to choose a different camera angle that showed the whole identity and face, then we would know who the person who sent it is, and there'd be nothing to figure out in the movie. But an important thing to point out is that the color of the letter that Don receives is pink. It's interesting for the audience for this because as Don makes a stop at each of his former lover's house, there's an object that's pink at each house, which can lead the viewers to believe that any of the women that have a pink object in their house could have sent the letter to him. However, there was one place in particular that makes the audience assume they know where the letter came from, and that's kind of towards the end of the film where Don makes his last visit to Penny, portrayed by Tilda Swinton. In this scene, the dialogue is very vague, and there's no direct answer to when Don asks if Penny has a son. Penny's reaction is really speechless at first, and she eventually kind of pushes Don out of the way and kind of cusses him out and just kind of is super sensitive over the subject matter. And then as Don's leaving, it cuts to a shot of a pink typewriter that's partially broken and what looks like to be thrown in the grass. And it's possible that Jarmusch chose to incorporate the typewriter shot after Penny's sensitive reaction about the mentioning of her potential son, because maybe she became angry and sensitive like she did with Don as she was writing the letter, resulting in her throwing the typewriter in the grass and causing it to break. And so basically the ending of the film never gives a direct answer to who sent Don the letter, but it sets up a lot of potential clues for the audience to leave it up for them to decide, and that's why I really like this movie. I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it to anyone who's looking for a good mystery drama. Thank you very much.